Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a chit chat get ready with me, kind of a catch up because I've kind of been a little bit MIA recently. I will be filming this eye look in the video. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I also used their Sugar Glow kit today. What else did I get? I used the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. Ooh, I got that right in the first try. Go me. At the end of the video, I also show you some other goodies and a possible giveaway. It's not a giveaway in this video, but it might be in like upcoming videos if you guys are actually interested. Anyways, if you guys want to catch up and hear more about what's going on, just keep watching. I should note that in the first part of my video, I will be kind of skipping through the normal makeup part until I get to the new makeup stuff. So that'll just kind of speed through. Forgive me if that's something you don't like. If it is what you like, then we're good. Anyways, let's just get into the video. My boyfriend just got his first iPhone and he's like spamming me with the little drawings you can do, and I'm really irritated right now. But anyways, I look super flat because I only have foundation, concealer, and powder on, but I wanted to show you the first thing that I got from Sephora. So this is the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. So I'm trying not to blind you because it's reflecting my ring light right now. I'm sorry about that, but I'm holding it upside down too, so hopefully this isn't confusing. But it does come with 3 bronzing and contouring shades. This one's a little too dark for me, so I'll use this probably as an eyeshadow, but this is a great contour shade and this is a great bronzing shade, and it also comes with a bunch of eyeshadows. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to bronze and contour, and from here on we're going to be doing the chit chat part. So I'm using the bronzer shade on a Morphe R2 brush. I did want to talk about the fires and the North Bay a little bit. I know I posted a video the other day, I think Monday, yeah, it was Monday that I posted a video about why I wouldn't be posting that much. That's because my house is literally a block away from the evacuation zone, so we've been kind of on edge on whether we're going to be evacuated or not. So far, we've only been put in an advisory evacuation zone, which is basically like, hey, you might get evacuated or not, so start packing, kind of. And then the only other thing is that the air quality is absolutely terrible here. You cannot go outside without a type of like surgical, not surgical masks, but like the breathing masks, because it is absolutely disgusting and totally terrible to breathe in. I really like this bronzing shade. Yeah, so my aunt and uncle lost their home that they've lived in since 1988, and that's really hit close to home for me because that's the house that I basically grew up in. You know, it's a really important place for us as a family. It's where my grandmother passed away. It's where we went the day that my mom passed away. It's where my parents' wedding reception was held. It's just a really significant place for us, so now it's no longer there. So I do live in Sonoma County, which is one of the harder hit areas. And I can't really tell you exactly where I live. I do live in Santa Rosa, which is the larger city of Sonoma County. And it's important to note that it's not only Sonoma County being hit, it is also the North Bay, the entire North Bay in California. If you hear planes and stuff going overhead, it's just because we're still fighting fires at the moment, so there's planes with fire retardant and stuff flying over. And now I'm going to go ahead and contour with the contouring shade. But yeah, so I don't have school all this week, and I don't have school next week until Wednesday, unless they decide to make it even longer, and maybe next week I go back to school, which kind of sucks because this was supposed to be midterm week actually, so yikes. I feel like this looks super choppy, but I know it's not because of the powder. I know that my skin's just super dry right now, and I used a really matte foundation, which I probably shouldn't have, but the air has been so bad, so my skin's like getting sucked dry, and so are my lips. I'll try and even it out later on when I do my blush and everything. I also did want to say thank you to everyone who commented on my last video with their well wishes and prayers and stuff like that. That does mean a lot to me, and I'm very thankful to be luckily still in my house, and that's a really big deal. A lot of people are not lucky enough to say that. The amount of destruction that's been going on just from these fires is disgusting and terrible. There's been people looting and lighting places on fire. That's terrible in itself. It's just been a shit show, for lack of better terms, right now. I'm really quickly taking my Wet n Wild stipple brush to try and blend everything together, contour and bronzing wise. But before I forget, I just want to mention, if you guys do want to donate or help with the North Bay fires at all, I'm going to leave a link in the description bar down below, and if I can, I might throw it up in the cards too. I'm not sure if that works like that, or I'll also leave it in a pinned comment. We have a credit union locally called Redwood Credit Union that is taking donations and putting 100% of the proceeds toward fire victims and aid. So the best thing right now is to donate directly to the community instead of things like the Red Cross, because the Red Cross cannot... I don't want to infuriate or start anything, but the Red Cross has been known to not allocate their sources of money very well. So this way, if you're donating to the Redwood Credit Union, you can know... I cannot talk right now. This way, if you are donating to the Redwood Credit Union, you know that your money is going directly to aid the victims of the fire. I know that's not getting talked about a lot on YouTube, so if you guys want to spread the word a little bit, you can actually tweet my video at your favorite YouTubers or share it or whatever, that way that they can know what's going on as well. But definitely, this is not exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I just wanted to talk about makeup and have fun. So now for blush, I picked up the Tarte Blush Bazaar palette. I think I told you guys about this in a previous Wants, Thoughts, and I Think Nots of mine, and I did tell you I was going to pick it up, and I did. It's actually really pretty, and I feel like it's much more lighter than the pictures that Tarte has makes it look. I'm going to go in with a mix of the shade Fortunate and the shade Angelic, and go with that. It's just like peachy nudie colors. I do really like the formula of the Amazonian clay blushes so far with the ones that I have tried. It was actually really interesting because today I went down to Corte Madera, which is about 30 minutes, 15 minutes maybe even from San Francisco, because they had a new Sephora opening today, and so me and my friend went, and that was super fun actually. It was way more intense than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, we got there exactly when it opened, and it was packed, like easily like 100 people in that Sephora. It was huge. They had Tom Ford and everything, and I kind of planned what I was going to pick up ahead of time because I had a budget so I wouldn't go overboard. But I picked up the Sugar Glow Kit from Anastasia while I was there, as well as the blush palette. The Tarte Clay Play Shape whatever palette, I picked that up online, as well as a few other things that I'll try and tell you where I picked it up. But I got the Sugar Glow Kit from Anastasia, which was actually kind of funny because the girl was like, this was in the back, I don't know if I was supposed to give this to you or not, but I asked them about it because it said that it was in stock, so I was like, I'm pretty sure you can't give it to me. Give it to me, please. So I have that, and I am going to be using that today. I really like these blushes, but I want a little bit more glow, so I'm actually going to use this bottom shade. This is called Extraordinary, and I was swatching it earlier, and it looks like a dupe of NARS Orgasm, except probably a lot more long-wearing. I'm just going to kind of dust that lightly, so I just get a little bit more glow. And I'm sorry if I'm looking in the viewfinder a lot. I'm like totally out of the loop with filming because I haven't filmed recently, so forgive me. And I'm going to go ahead and take the stippling brush and blend this together one more time. So I'm kind of sad because I can't find my Wet n Wild highlighting brush right now, which is my favorite one, but I'll go ahead and use my Morphe M501, or no, this is the M510. But I did get the Sugar Glow Kit, which I'm super excited about because I haven't gotten a regular Anastasia Glow Kit. I have the Moonchild one, but I haven't gotten one of the 4-pan ones. And this one is actually really appealing to me because it has some warm tones and some cooler tones, which is great because I like more versatility in my highlights. If you guys want a more in-depth review on this, and I'm also going to be using the Prism palette, just let me know. I'm sorry if you can hear like my dad and brother talking in the background. I film in my house. What can you do? But yeah, just let me know in the comments down below if you would like a more in-depth review on this, or if you just want to ask a specific question, I can get back to you on that. But I did want to mention also for highlights, I did get a value set or a gift set from Smashbox that comes with 2 of the Cover Shot, full-size Cover Shot eyeshadow palettes, which I'll show you. And it also comes with a mini size of the Pearl Casey Holmes Spotlight highlighting palettes. I forget what these are called exactly, but this is a really generous sample size. It comes with 2 of the full-size eyeshadow palettes as well as this for $39, which is an amazing deal. So I had to pick it up, especially because I liked the 2 eyeshadow palettes it came with. But I won't be using this, but I definitely will be using this in future videos, so just stay tuned for that. Before highlight today, I'm going to be using the shade Starburst from the Sugar Glow Kit, and I might mix in a little bit of Marshmallow. And there's like no kickback with these, which is beautiful. Other than that, if you guys want to let me know how your weeks have been in the comments, that'd be great. I've had a really hectic week. I've just kind of felt like doing nothing, and I felt guilty for doing nothing as well because there's so much going on, and I have the luxury of being in my home with power and stuff like that, and I just feel like a shitty person. I think they call it like survivor's guilt or something like that, you know? So that is the Glow Kit. It's really, really pretty. I feel like my ring light makes it look a little bit more intense than it actually is. I'm going to spray some Mario Badescu Cucumber Aloe whatever setting spray on real quick, and then I'll be right back. The other thing I picked up along with my Prism palette from Anastasia is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I'm going to put this on real quick, let it set, and do my eyebrows, and I'll be back to do the eye look. Okay, so I threw on a really quick brow. I might touch it up in a second, but I want to ask you guys for advice as well because I'm having a really hard time with this with eyeshadow primer. I don't really know when to put it on. I'm trying to find a really good long-lasting eyeshadow primer, something that will prolong the wear of my eyeshadows, but I don't know at what step in my makeup routine to really put it on because I usually like to take my concealer over my eyelids as well as my powder. So I'm not sure, should I do the primer before I conceal and powder and stuff like that? Because when I just put the Smashbox one on, it kind of like removed the concealer and made the powder look all weird. I'm sure after I put eyeshadow on over it, it'll look fine, but I don't like that. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. With my eyes primed and my eyebrows done, I do want to get into the Prism palette. So this is the Anastasia Prism palette. I did swatch and play with it a little bit for the video, so I kind of know the formula. It's a lot better than the Subculture, I will tell you that. A lot more blendable, a little bit less pigmented in a good way. I'm going to use a few shades from this, but I'm also going to use a few of the shades, not from this Cover Shop palette from Smashbox, but from this one, which is the Sultry palette. This palette is limited edition to the set that it comes in, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but the packaging is really beautiful. It's like those like weird holographic or whatever these are called, holograms. I don't know what they're called, but they're the ones that like shift when you hold it a different way. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to use the Sultry palette as well as the Prism palette on my eyes today. I want to challenge myself and do something a little bit more challenging or a little bit more dramatic because I know that I don't. So what I'm going to start off with is the shade Unity. It's this kind of cream color shade right here, and just work it all over the crease area and up to my brow bone. It's so crazy to think about what's going on in the world right now. There's so much. Like, there wasn't even a week that went by between the Las Vegas shooting and the North Bay fires and stuff like that, and I haven't talked much about the shooting because I feel really detached from it and I don't really want to talk about it. I'm just one of those types of people where like I'm not those ones that like watches the news a lot. I just get really depressed when I talk about that. I don't know if you guys are similar at all, but I definitely don't like to even listen to it sometimes, and maybe that's kind of ignorant or oblivious, but it works for me. With that being said, I'm going to go into this shade and the third shade from the Cover Shot Sultry palette. They're just like cool toned grayish mauve colors. Now, I was working with these shadows without a primer today, and this is my first time using this primer, so I don't know if I'm gonna love either these eyeshadows or the primer. We'll have to see. I've heard really good things about it, but it's kind of looking patchy, and I don't know if I like that. I feel like that primer was a mistake. At least the primer over the powder. That was probably a huge mistake. But that's what first impressions are for, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Lure from the Prism palette and just, again, work that in the crease up towards the brow bone a little bit. I do love this formula a lot better than the Subculture. I did like the Subculture palette just fine. It's just it's a little bit harder to work with. I mean, you need to put a little bit more work into getting a blended look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this purple shade, it's a matte shade. I'm going to kind of keep that in the outer V and into the crease just a little bit. I know where I'm going, trust me. These are actually really pigmented shadows. I like the concept of the Cover Shop palettes because they're not huge and complicated, and they all have a really good color scheme to them. I've realized lately that I do not like big palettes with more than 20 shades. Even more than like 10 shades I get overwhelmed because it's just hard to figure out looks with them. I am a simple person. I like my simple looks, as you can probably tell if you've been on my channel. But when it comes to the Cover Shop palettes, I mean, they're all really easy palettes to work with, you know. You get your simple looks or you get your dramatic looks depending on what shades you choose to use, but you pretty much know what you're gonna get. I really love purple eyeshadow. I just wish that they weren't so hard to formulate for brands because I feel like purples are always like the worst colors in palettes. This one is actually really nice. I'm gonna try and wing this out towards, you know, the temples a little bit. I don't want to be too dramatic. So I'm going to take the shade Lure, which is that purple from the eyeshadow palette, as well as that darker purple on my lower lash line. The darker purple I'll keep on the outer part a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully after this video I can get more into regular posting again. It's just been really hard. You know, after the Vegas shooting, I was just like kind of, I don't know, not myself for a little bit, so I didn't want to post, and then this happened. I also wanted to welcome any of my new subscribers. I've seen a couple people come over from like Samantha March's channel or Olivia's channel because I'm really active in their live streams, so if you're from their channel, say hi, welcome. I really love this purple and I don't want to mess it up, but I'm going to add a little bit of color. So now I'm going to go into the shade Throne. I'm going to pick that up on a flat edged brush. This is the one that comes with the palette. I'm going to dampen it a little bit with some Mario Badescu spray and then put that on my lid. I just dropped the Prism palette. I'm of course going to go back and blend this a little bit, but I'm just kind of placing the shadow right now. With this shade, there's a very slight amount of fallout, very little, but that's expected, especially because I'm picking up so much of it. Real quick, I'm just dusting off any fallout with a stippling brush. So far, I'm loving my eye look. This looks really good. I really want to build up the outer corner with that purple a little bit more, so I'm going to take that purple a little bit more on the outer V, blend it, see where that takes us. So what I'm doing is placing that dark purple and just kind of feathering it out a little bit, and then picking up that lighter purple Lure from the Prism palette and blending that into the crease a little bit. Of course, working with very small amounts of each shadow at a time. And I am sorry I'm working with two different palettes at the same time. I'm just trying to do like a playtime with some makeup. If you guys do want a more in-depth review of either the Cover Shop palettes or the Prism palette, just of course let me know. That's what I'm here for. You guys, I like this. I feel kind of Ursula right now, you know what I'm talking about? So one last time to blend the crease a little bit, I'm going to take that shade Unity, which is the cream shade from Prism, and just take that on the outer edge of the transition a little bit more. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take this shade Lucid and just use my pinky. Hopefully that'll be intense enough. Lucid reminds me of the Mermaid highlight from Wet n Wild a lot. I'm going to also pick it up on a pencil brush and kind of just drag it in a little bit more just so I can have a little bit more precision. I'm actually going to take Marshmallow from the Glow Kit a little bit because I feel like I'm just not getting what I want. I feel like my chit chat get readies with me always end up turning into like some kind of tutorial, which I don't mean them to. I just kind of run out of things to talk about. I'm just going to be a little bit more insane. I'm going to take some gold liner and I kind of want to like do that cut crease thing, you know, that people do. I've never done that before, but I'm going to try it. Let's see. I like that. It's very Mardi Gras now. This is a NYX liquid eyeliner, by the way, and it's a glitter eyeliner. If I can find the name for it, I'll link it down below. I made that side too thick, so now I have to even it out. I hear my dad and brother talking about dinner, so now I want to go get dinner. Looking like this. Ooh, okay. I have to like let it dry, or else it's gonna get all over my lid. And it burns a little actually, so I don't know if I recommend these. Yeah, what I like about this is like when you close your eyes or like you're looking straight on, you don't see it that much, but when you're like looking down or something, it's like, ooh, girl, that's cool. I'm going to bolden up my eyebrows a little bit, wait for this to dry, and then throw on mascara, and I'll be right back. Also, a lip, which I don't know what I'm going to do with a look like this. Okay, so I totally ran out of lighting while I was doing everything, but I've kind of tried to fix it, so hopefully my lighting's a little bit better, or maybe it's not as terrible. I don't know, but lighting changed a little bit. I actually lit my candle like a real beauty guru, so here we are. I did finish the makeup look. Yeah, I evened out the glitter a little bit. It's actually really like a super intense look for me. I added lashes and mascara. I did some green eyeliner. It's like a really cheap Jordana green eyeliner that I don't really recommend. I did some black liner on the tight line with the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Blacquer. I filled in my beauty mark a little bit, threw in some lip gloss. What else did I do? Filled in my eyebrows a little bit more. But this is the complete look. What do you guys think? I like it a lot. It's super different for me. It's not something that I normally do on my channel. The one thing, if you've made it this far, I want to ask, do you have recommendations for lashes that do not consume an eye look? Because right now I'm wearing Ardell 110s, which are like the cheapest, lightest lashes you can probably wear. And I like them because on top of like mascara and stuff like that, it doesn't overwhelm an eye look. But I really like more dramatic lashes on other people, so maybe you guys can give me a recommendation. I just feel like I have really tiny eyes. I don't know. Let me know if you have anything to recommend. Also, let me know what you'd like to see a full depth review on, or in-depth full review on. I can talk, I swear. But other than that, I wanted to show you just a couple of other things that I've gotten recently. I've actually picked up 2 signed copies of the John Green Turtles All the Way Down book. I love John Green, he's my favorite author. And I might be putting this into a giveaway soon since I have 2. I also might get a 3rd one if I go to his book tour, so if you guys are interested in a giveaway with one of these books, let me know. I know I'm asking you to let me know a lot of things. I'm sorry about that. I also wanted to show you this really cute 250 point perk at Sephora right now. It's a little catch-all tray or something they're called, and it says wake up to makeup. It's super adorable. I did just get it, so it should be available if you're watching this video close to the time I'm posting it. But the most exciting thing that I received in the mail today, actually, I got a VoxBox from Influenster, which is super exciting. This is my first one. This one's called the Lucky VoxBox. It comes with a lot of random things, actually. It came with tampons and pads, and actually I kind of want to open these. I know that might be a little bit TMI, but you guys, click away if you don't want to see this. Or I might edit it out because this video might be hours long. If you don't know what Influenster is, it's basically a website where you can go on and review products. And the higher of a reach you have, so if you have an audience like I do with YouTube or Instagram or something like that, and the more active you are on the website, the more likely you are to receive VoxBoxes. They have beauty VoxBoxes, random ones, food ones, so this one seems to be a very, very random one. These are what the pads look like. I'm assuming that the tampons look the exact same way. I was also considering starting to do like girl chats on my channel. If you're interested in that, again, let me know. Things about like how to deal with a period, cramps, whatever like that. Also in the VoxBox, I got this full-sized Alba Botanica Acne Dote face and body scrub. I've actually had this before a really, really long time ago. It has salicylic acid in it and it smells super good from what I remember. If this becomes like a staple in my collection, I'll let you know. Of course, in probably upcoming favorites or something like that. Got some candy. I got a little hair towelette from the brand Eva Nye. This says Purse Perfect Hair Towelette with Argan Oils and Omegas. The same brand, I got this little sample-sized Main Magic 10-in-1 primer. It's not really a primer, it's more of a hair oil. But anyways, this video is going to be years long. I'm really happy with the makeup look. I'm probably going to go wash it off right now anyways because I'm about to go to dinner. But nonetheless, thank you guys for sticking around. If you did, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things I've picked up recently, especially since I've used them all for the first time today. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like me or you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!